Hey everyone, we have a question from Nick Sklirov on Quora. He asks, what are the hottest trends in digital marketing right now? So that's an interesting question. And so here's some thoughts on that. The first things that come to mind, content marketing has never been more easy or more scalable for customers, for advertisers, for brands, for people, for humans to connect with other humans. I think that's incredibly important. We are all about connection. Use the communication tools of our time to connect with people. And if you have a business or you're an employee and you want more opportunities to have better jobs or get a bigger position within your organization, brand yourself, develop a reputation, look at yourself as an authority, and share your knowledge with the world. So just generally speaking, overall, I think content marketing is incredibly valuable, and it's never been easier. I mean, literally, you have tools like Canva that help you create really easy to use art. I mean, just super simple. Canva's valued at has a $2 billion valuation. Super duper easy. You have tools like OBS, which I'm using right now to record this video. Really easy to use. I mean, with a computer or a phone, and you can create videos or imagery or a podcast. Like there's an app called Stitcher. You can create a podcast anywhere you go. I mean, it's like incredibly easy to just be a man or woman of our times and communicate with people. So that's one incredibly valuable, hot trend right now. More granularly, I'm looking at LinkedIn and TikTok. I love TikTok, and for me, I have this inclination of being an influencer. Not that I am an influencer, but I want to sort of like be one. I secretly, not so secretly, want to be a food influencer. Like, I would love to spend my life like just eating really incredible food and discovering really interesting places. And so when I started this business back in 2013, it was one of like 4 or 5 businesses that I started, and one of them, a legacy from that time, is my Instagram account, Dude Let's Eat. So Dude Let's Eat, you'll see me, photos of me, and food that I eat. Right? So straightforward. So I think TikTok for me is an opportunity to organize all of my life into one social channel. I have my professional stuff that I'm doing there. I have my family stuff that I'm doing there, and I have my food stuff. And I'm sort of like not surprised that food videos do really well. But I think it's a massive opportunity for all of us to gain an audience, to be heard, and to really find our voice as we communicate with the next generation of communicators, like, young people, 12 to 20 years old, and older folks, right? There's plenty of people, and I'm 38. There's plenty of people my age and even older who are on TikTok because it's a fun platform, right? What I also like about it is the opportunity to maintain a connection with the youth, the young people, like what they're listening to, what they're talking about, how they're talking. It's fascinating and super enjoyable. More businessy, I am looking at LinkedIn. I think LinkedIn has a massive opportunity for organic reach. So if you're posting content there, there's a way to do it and get reach and gain authority. And I think content marketing is really about being a value-driven marketer, like writing things, recording things on video or audio that helps people, just period. Don't ask for anything. Be value driven. Give away knowledge, because what that ends up doing is it develops an opportunity for people to see you as an authority, and when people see you as an authority, and when you do the right thing, you win. And I think from a larger macro perspective, doing the right thing and being a good person and making great things happen for all of us is one of the best parts of of the internet. Like the internet gives all of us an opportunity to support the best of ourselves or the worst of ourselves. And I think we're in a 20 to 50 year transition period where we're the first generation of people who are using the internet. And like 20, 30 years from now, like the opportunities that we have won't exist. I look at digital right now and look at it like sort of like gold mining or real estate investing. Like you have an opportunity to claim stake to your name, to your authority, to your brand, and you have an opportunity to do that in a way that's good for everyone, and it's a gold rush, and you're competing for mind share. You're competing for when people think of you, of something good and positive, or they think of your business, or they think of your industry or vertical, who do they think of? And there's a real opportunity here for them to think of you or your business. So content marketing, LinkedIn and TikTok. From an ad buying perspective, because that's the work that we do on a regular basis. I've been doing ad buying for 16 years. I think there's an incredible amount of data. I think first party data with GDPR and CCPA, first party data and contextual targeting are going to become incredibly important for marketers, because first party data gives marketers the ability to connect with their consumer on a one-to-one basis. I've heard from smart people like Matt Prohaska, who's the head of Prohaska Consulting, who I do some demand consulting work for. He was talking about, and I fully agree, that it's quite likely that publishers over the next 5 years are going to take a turn to asking people to, even for free, subscribe to subscribe, so that the publisher has access to email address data, because that becomes extremely valuable. So I'm looking at content. I'm looking at first-party email address data. It continues to become valuable, and like literally, since I've been doing programmatic, so automated, contextual, algorithmic software or data-infused ad buying since 2011, and prior to that, media planning since 2004, and some social media stuff in 2003. Contextual targeting since 2011 has been incredibly valuable. Like it's a really great place. I relish the opportunity to expand upon contextual marketing capabilities. So that's more from data and automation. For the last few years, and I think this is super interesting, is hyperlocal, the use of location data to define who you are, what your interests are, and serving ads based on that data. Like you can serve ads to people who are going to specific, there's a client that we have now where we're serving ads to people who are walking into Broadway shows and musicals, right? Those auditoriums, those theaters, and then getting them to walk into a restaurant that's nearby. Like not all of Times Square, like just people who have the money to go to a play and they want a nice dinner before or afterwards, right? Like that's incredibly precision targeted. So I'm really bullish on the continuation use of hyperlocal data. And then finally, at the end of the day, we're looking at ads on TikTok. We think Snapchat ads are incredibly underpriced. There's a lot of value for marketers and advertisers on Snapchat. I think there's a lot of opportunity there. Like it's just more effective. We ran some campaigns, and it's just easier to get a person to convert on Snapchat if your audience is there. And my expectation is that TikTok is going to be doing the same. And I think from a macro level, you're going to start to see a continual heat up of the wars between the closed platforms of Google and Facebook. Amazon is a player there now. The Trade Desk and MediaMath have their unified identification, user identification initiatives. So we're in the data wars. And it's a cold war, right? But I think the digital advertising industry in 2020 is about data, privacy, and closing the loop on attribution. So there's a lot going on. The last thing I'll say on this, since we're talking about it, is I'm really bullish on Roku. I think Roku is an incredibly interesting platform. They just bought DataZoo, so I think so. Roku is the number one market share in connected television advertising, followed closely by Amazon Fire Stick. And so I would be doing a lot more. I'd be looking at Roku and how Roku owns, it becomes a destination, continues to be a destination for content, for apps, and for the evolution of connected television, media consumption, and of course, ad buying. All right, that was a long answer. Hope that's helpful. Happy to talk some more. Talk to you guys soon.